I'm rich as hell. I don't give a damn. I lost billions. Billions. But think of this. Oh, the things I could have done. I could have made deals. I just don't want to do it. You know, it's such an honor to be president. I don't care if it costs you a couple of $1 billion, more than that. But think of this. She's got a big position in Visa. I don't know much about Visa, but she sold her position. That was okay, except the following day, they announced that Visa's going to be indicted or something bad's going to happen to them by the Department of Justice. Does anything happen? Nothing happens. They sold a day before the news came out, and she walked away, and then the stock, I assume, went down like a rock, right? What a disgraceful. And then she sits back, oh, we're going to do this or that. He's not a great American. Let me tell you, we are great Americans. The people in this room are great Americans. This man right here is a great American. We got a lot of great Americans in this room. Early voting is underway in Georgia until November 1st, and boy, do I hear we're doing good, but I can't look. I don't want to say it because I want you to keep going. We got to finish it off, you know? It's like I see these guys in a baseball game. They're going to win, and they get nice and complacent, and then they get their ass kicked in the last inning. I see the golfers walking down with a comfortable lead, and he said, oh, this is an easy game. This is so easy. And then he hits one out of bounds. He hits another one out of bounds. And he ends up losing a turn. We can't do that. We just got to focus. Everybody get out. Could I take a free poll? You know, pollsters charge you a lot of money for this stuff, for nothing. I'm not even sure they actually go and interview anybody. I think they said, we interviewed 2,000 people. They probably didn't, but these are minor details. But I never complain when we're leading, and we're leading now in all the polls, so I can't complain. But let me do a free poll. Let me do a free poll, Bert. I want to do a free poll, Bert. So, who has voted already? Don't be embarrassed. Who has not voted yet but will? It's very interesting. So you have a lot of early voters, and you have a lot because we have a 50-50. So the rest of you have to get out and vote. We're leading by a lot, but get out and vote. We can't take any chances, right? Most important thing you can do, we're going to make our country great again. We're going to make America great again, but get out and vote. With your help, 8 days from now, we're going to defeat Kamala. You know, she's not a nice person. Does anybody know that she is not a nice person? In case you had any ideas. Did you see she used the F word the other day? She thought she was talking without a camera on. She used the F word. Did you see that? Oh, it's terrible. If that ever happened to me, it would have been front page headlines. Oh, boy, oh, boy. No, they got her using the wrong word, camera. She should be admonished for doing that, don't you agree? How about when her teleprompter clogged up on her? You know, it happens a lot. She was saying there are 32 days left, right, you know? She was well, right now there's 7 days left. Can you believe it? So, a few weeks ago, she had her teleprompter going blazing because she can't talk without a teleprompter. So, she's up there, and she got, there are 32. It stopped. I knew immediately. It stopped. There are 32. 32. She was gone. 30. She said it like 5 times. 32. Boom. Then it kicked in. Oh, did she get lucky? She got so lucky. But we're going to win back that beautiful White House, and we are going to indeed make America great again. We're going to do it fast. And I'm running a campaign of solutions to save our country. Kamala is running a campaign of demonization and hate. She really does. She's a hater. She's a hater. She was a lousy attorney general. She was a lousy DA, horrible DA. She used to prosecute Republicans. She went after Republicans all the time. I know the feeling, but she used to go after Republicans. I had a friend who had a terrible thing happen to him, and family member, horrible thing. She went in, and he went in, and having to do with her daughter, they went in to see her when she was, I think, the Attorney General or DA, but I think the Attorney General. And it was very serious. A very serious crime was committed. When she heard that he was a Republican, she refused to see him. The meeting was all set up. Then she heard he was a Republican, and she said, I'm not seeing him. It's a disgrace. That guy hates her beyond anybody that I've ever seen. Remember when Crooked Hillary called Americans deplorable and irredeemable? You know, I watched that speech. I said, that's pretty bad. I thought the irredeemable was worse than deplorable. When she said deplorable and irredeemable. Think about it. Deplorable is bad. But irredeemable, isn't it worse, Mr. Senator? Brandon, you're the greatest. Think of that. Irredeemable. So I said, man, she could be in trouble. Well, it turned out it was the opposite, deplorable. I didn't care. But the deplorable was bad. Remember that? And all of a sudden, everybody's showing up. I am deplorable. Everyone. That was not, Marjorie, a great statement that she made. I didn't think it was going to blow up like that. That's why it's a very dangerous business. One word misspoken at a rally, and I don't use a teleprompter much, which I think you'd respect, frankly, because if I did, you'd be bored stiff. You'd be walking out of here by now. You'd say, oh, this is pretty boring. But it's fraught with danger when you don't use a teleprompter, because one word and your political career is over. One little word misplaced, one little anything. Think of it. And isn't it great to have a guy that doesn't need to look at a teleprompter at all, right? I don't need to. But that's why I say with Kamala, she can't make it without a even with the teleprompter, she's no good. But she can't make it without a teleprompter. And if you're going to be in this business, 5%, I was telling somebody the other night, 5% of the time, teleprompters break. And outside, they're really bad. They blow off the stage. Rain hits them, and they blow up. A lot of bad things. So if you're going to run for office, make sure you don't mind not using a teleprompter, because you're going to have a lot of times when they're not there. And that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting to see her not have the use of a teleprompter, but I hope it's going to be over very soon. I really do. I hope. And then I'm going to wish her well. I'm going to wish her well and hope we can say goodbye to her radical left lunatic policies. Kamala is now doing something much worse than what she was talking about. The newest line from Kamala and her campaign is that everyone who isn't voting for her is a Nazi. We're Nazis. You know, years ago, my father, I had a great father, he's a tough guy. He used to always say, never use the word Nazi, never use that word. And he'd say, never use the word Hitler. Don't use that word. It's like, I didn't even know why. Don't use that word. And then I understood it. And yet they use that word freely, both words. They use it, he's Hitler. And then they say, he's a Nazi. I'm not a Nazi. I'm the opposite of a Nazi. I don't know. It's true. My father always used to tell me, don't use the word, you don't ever use the word Nazi. And, you know, it's incredible now. The way they talk is so disgusting and just horrible, the way they talk. And they don't mean it even. They just want to do, you know, they think that they can sell. They've called me everything from a mad genius looking to take over the world to a very, very stupid person. I've covered from stupid to mad genius that will eventually succeed in taking over the world. Now, these are bad people. They've covered everything. Let's see, last week, he's tired. You know what I've done this stuff now for 58 days in a row, and I don't even feel tired a little bit. Not even a little bit. And the thing that bothered me is she said it as she's taking yet another day off, you know. I said, you know, she's taking a day off. Like a couple of days ago, she took like 2 days off in a row. And I said, you know, you're running for something that's so important. And in terms of importance, it's like Super Bowl times 100, right? Super Bowl maybe times 1,000. You don't take days off. You go every single day. No, I'm not tired. And they knew I wasn't tired. They're always tired. I tell you, I'm very tired. There may be a time when I'll say that. But, you know, they said that. That was their thing. That didn't work out too well. Actually, people got very angry. They said, the guy's gone 58 days in a row. He's still going like strong. And you would know in 2 seconds. If I was tired, you say, you know, he's tired. I'm not tired. I'm actually like enthused and inspired because we're close to winning this thing. We're close to winning it. We are very close to winning it, Bruce. This is the kind of outrageous rhetoric that has resulted in 2 assassination attempts in the last 3 months, probably. I could say that that's probably right. Our supporters are police officers, border agents, and I've had all of these people have endorsed me. Think of it. Virtually every police organization, sheriffs, law enforcement in the whole country. I just got, not that recently, I just got the largest group of police officers in the country, 400,000 police officers, endorsed me just a few months ago. Border Patrol. Who would know better? They dealt with her. They said she never called. In almost 4 years, she was in charge. She never called Border Patrol. They just endorsed me, a couple of weeks ago. The most beautiful speech. Paul. The most beautiful speech. And he, he said that not only is he a great guy on the border, he's the best president we've ever had, but he said that. And he said, she's the worst president we've ever had, and she's the worst person in any border. She is what they said about her. And, it's not that easy for them to be doing that. But the entire Border Patrol, thousands of people, they said it was a unanimous vote. Now, that tells you more than any speech that I'm going to make or any speech that Bert is going to make. Say what a wonderful guy I am, right, Bert? It's more important, the Border Patrol, more important, they know. But union workers endorse me. Look at the Teamsters. The Teamsters, 62% of the Teamsters. Think of it. Never happened before. The Teamsters. How about the firefighters union? Rank and file of the firefighters, they endorse. I don't think it's ever happened. And many, many people within unions, and a lot of people outside of the unions, and a lot of people, and because I'm going to bring businesses back to this country at levels that nobody has ever seen before. We're not going to let them sell to our people. And I was doing it already the last time, and then we had to take care of a thing called the China virus. We did a great job, never got the proper credit for it, but that's okay. They gave me credit for the great economy. They gave me credit for wiping out ISIS, which everyone said would take years, and it took us a matter of weeks, because our military is back. They gave me a lot of credit, but they didn't give me credit for that. Nobody knew what the hell it was either. COVID, they call it COVID. I call it the China virus. But we're close to World War II because we have people in the White House that World War III. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I had World War II. I had World War II. I had World War II veterans. I didn't realize the word veteran afterwards. Thank you very much. But would those World War II veterans stand up? Because we have a couple here that are unbelievable. World War II. Thank you. The guy looks better than I look. He looks better than Trump. Thank you. Thank you. Great veterans. And we're closer to World War III than we've ever been. We've never been so close, and we're going to be closer yet, because we have people that don't know what they're doing unless we win. But even then, you have a period of time before January 20th, and we're going to win this thing. We got to win this thing, and if we don't win it, we're not going to have a country. It's not going to be good. But I hear everything from what I hear is it's not only going to be a victory, it's going to be a big, fat, beautiful victory. That's what we do.